Roland comes back from his appointment with Sonia half an hour later, and says nothing about it. Neither does Maya when she comes back. Hayden takes the longest, and when he returns, he's closed-mouthed too, which is strange for him. It's unsettling. Connor goes next. It's night outside when he goes upstairs. He had no idea what time of night. Sonia sits with him in a little back room, putting him in an uncomfortable chair that wobbles whenever he moves. "You'll be leaving here tomorrow," she tells him. "Going where?" She ignores the question and reaches into the drawer of an old roll-top desk. "I'm hoping you're at least semi-literate." "Why? What do you want me to read?" "You don't have to read anything." She pulls out several sheets of blank paper. "I want you to write." "What? My last will? A testament? Is that it?" "A will implies that you have something to pass on, which you don't. I want you to write a letter." She hands him a paper, a pen, and an envelope. "Write a letter to someone you love. Make it as long as you want, or as short as you want. I don't care. But fill it with everything you wish you could say, but never had the chance. Do you understand?" "What if I don't love anybody?" She purses her lips and shakes her head slowly. "You unwinds are all the same. You think because no one loves you, then you can't love anyone. All right then. If there's no one you love, then pick someone who needs to hear what you have to say. Say everything that's in your heart. Don't hold back. And when you're done, put it in the envelope and seal it. I'm not going to read it, so don't worry about that." "What's the point? Are you going to mail it?" "Just do it and stop asking questions." Then she takes the little ceramic bell and places it on the roll-top desk, next to the pen and paper. "Take all the time you need, and when you're done, ring the bell." She leaves him alone. It's an odd request, and Connor actually finds himself a bit frightened by it. There are places inside he simply doesn't want to go. He thinks he might write to Ariana. That would be easiest. He had cared about her. She was closer to him than any other girl had ever been. Every girl except Risa. But then, Risa doesn't count. What he and Risa have isn't a relationship. It's two people clinging on the same ledge, hoping not to fall. After about 3 lines into his letter, Connor crumbles up the page. Writing to Ariana feels pointless. No matter how much he resisted, he knows who he needs to address this letter to. He presses his pen onto the fresh page and writes, "Dear Mom and Dad." It's about 5 minutes before he can come up with another line, but once he does, the words start flowing, in strange directions too. At first it's angry, as he knew it would be. How could you? Why did you? What kind of people could do this to their kid? Yet by the 3rd page it mellows. It becomes about the good things that have happened in their lives together. At first he does it to hurt them, and to remind them exactly what they've thrown away when they signed the order to unwind him. But then it becomes all about remembering, or to the point, getting them to remember, so that when he's gone, if he's gone, there will be a record of all the little things that he felt were worth keeping alive. When he started, he knew how the letter would end. "I hate you for what you've done, and I'll never forgive you." But when he finally reaches the 10th page, he finds himself writing, "I love you. Your one-time son, Connor." Even before he signs his name, he feels tears welling up in his eyes. They don't seem to come from his eyes, but from deep in his gut. It's a heavying so powerful it hurts his stomach and lungs. His eyes flood. The pain inside was so great, he's certain it will kill him right there, right now. But he doesn't die. And in time the storm inside passes, leaving him weak in every joint and muscle of his body. He feels like he needs Sonia's cane just to walk again. His tears have soaked into the page, warping little craters in the paper, but not smudging the ink. He folds the page and slips them into an envelope, then seals it and addresses it. He takes a few more minutes to make sure the storm won't come back. Then he rings the bell.